Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our third segment of the Together Apart series. Today is the 15th of the month of Av, which is known in our tradition as Tu B'Av, or the Jewish Day of Love. In the Second Temple era, this was a day where young people would go out and try to find their match. And in Israel today, Tu B'Av is somewhat akin to our Valentine's Day. Now, although traditionally this day has been about romantic love, it does resonate with our tradition's emphasis on self-love. And we see this emphasis play out in a really interesting way in a debate in the Talmud between Rabbi Akiva and Ben Azai. The debate is about what is the central principle in the Torah. Rabbi Akiva says that the central principle is that you should love your neighbor as yourself. Ben Azai has a different take and says that the central principle in the Torah is that everybody is made in the divine image. Everybody is made in God's image. And although the Talmud sets this up as two principles in opposition, we actually see the ways that they're fundamentally connected. The idea that we're made in the divine image is really about our significance. It's about the ways that each of us is infinitely valuable and infinitely worthy. And this leads so nicely into the idea of loving your neighbor as yourself. Because in order to truly love your neighbor, this principle is saying we have to love ourselves as well. So with this, I want to invite you this week either to take action or to reflect about the idea of self-love. I want to invite you perhaps to do something this week that is loving for yourself, whether it's giving yourself some much needed rest or doing something that you love. Or I want to invite you to reflect. I want to invite you to ask yourselves questions like, what is something that I love about myself? Or what is something that I'm proud of having done? Of course, I invite you to either to do one of those or both of those. I want to invite you to choose what works best for you. And as usual, please feel free to let me know what your responses to these questions are and what you've decided to do this week as an act of self-love. You can reach me at rabbi@bethtorah.org. I look very much forward to hearing what's on your heart and mind. Have a wonderful Tu B'Av.